Bad news for Donald Trump's former personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani. He may be facing felony charges. The website Law and Crime is now reporting that Fulton County, Georgia District Attorney Fani Willis is reportedly looking into whether her office can prosecute Rudy Giuliani over a series of false statements and conspiracy theories that he was peddling during a session of the Georgia state legislature late last year. Remember that tour that Rudy did, during which he ultimately got coronavirus, where he was doing all sorts of events at state legislatures, filing court complaints and all sorts of different things. According to the Daily Beast, with an anonymous source familiar with the matter, Willis is researching whether Georgia Code 161020 could be applied to the things that Rudy said before a Georgia Senate panel in December of 2020. Rudy told a Republican group of legislators, quote, "You are the final arbiter of who the electors should be and whether the process is fair. The other way to look at it is it's your responsibility if a false and fraudulent count is submitted to the United States government, and it's clear the count you have right now is false." And what Rudy was claiming was that there were 231,000 odd ballots together with no return record at all, that 134,000 votes were thrown out, but, quote, "you kept 96,000 votes where there was no return record for them," Rudy implying that there were phantom votes. And of course, all of these claims were very quickly debunked, even by Republican elected officials in Georgia. But the question is whether Rudy Giuliani here may have committed a felony by intentionally misleading senators, as well as the people of Georgia and the United States, perpetuating the disinformation. And under the law in question, it is a crime to knowingly and willfully falsify, conceal, or cover up a material fact, or to make a false, fictitious, or fraudulent statement or representation before any department or agency of state government. Now, in general, these laws are used to prosecute people who are interviewed during investigations and they say things that are untrue, knowingly untrue. And it makes it similar to you're not allowed to lie to federal agents. And there are other Trump associates at the federal level who have been wrapped up because of that. It's not typically used in this exact way. But what Rudy Giuliani did in the aftermath of the 2020 election, as well as Sidney Powell and Jenna Ellis and others, is also not typical. So there's no question that it would be significant if the DA chose to go after Rudy Giuliani on this. It would be a big expansion of investigation by district attorneys within a state. But certainly Rudy Giuliani here could be in a significant legal issue. And listen, even if it doesn't go very far, the possibility of it going places is likely to lead to require Rudy Giuliani to be well represented by counsel, and MAGA making attorneys get attorneys, everybody around Trump needing to hire their own attorneys, even Trump's own lawyers. Now, if it ever comes to it, I am completely convinced that Rudy is going to sort of adopt the position of Sidney Powell and Tucker Carlson, which is no reasonable person would believe what Rudy said to be true. Doesn't necessarily mean Rudy was lying, but it certainly suggests that, as Fox News lawyers have argued, when Tucker says things that don't correspond to the facts, it's because it's hyperbole. It's a performance. It's an entertainment program. He shouldn't be expected to be saying things that are factual. When Sidney Powell said Dominion voting systems this and, electors that and all of this other stuff, that nobody should have believed that what she was saying was factual. Really? Because she sounded pretty serious when she was saying it. I assume that that's the defense that Rudy would take. And what's amazing is I've already heard a reaction to that from Trumpists who are saying, listen, Sidney Powell still believes that it was stolen. And Sidney Powell was serious when she said the election was stolen. This is just an election defense. Saying no one really could have believed that as a legal defense is just a legal defense so she doesn't get in trouble. We all know, the Trumpists and QAnon people are saying, we all know that the election was stolen and she was telling the truth, but now she's only saying this to get out of legal trouble. Now, what's interesting is obviously the election wasn't stolen, but it's certainly, Sidney Powell seems bonkers enough that she really may believe the election was stolen, and she really may be using this legal defense to get out of legal trouble. That's possible, but that doesn't make it true. As we now know, there is no evidence whatsoever that the 2020 election was stolen.